Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. So in this series, I am showing you my journey of buying my very first home. So I'm gonna walk you through everything that happens from the home search to making an offer, inspections, everything like that, and to eventually being able to close and finally get my first house. I am doing this by myself, a single woman. If I can do it, other people can too. So hopefully this helps motivate someone through their home search process. Stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss anything that happens along the journey. Hey guys, welcome back. So if you saw a previous video of mine, you know that I made an offer on a tiny home, and you can go back and watch that video if you want to learn more about that whole process. But ultimately I didn't get the tiny home, and after that, that was my third offer, and it just became like very stressful for me and just like very emotional, the whole process of putting in these offers and just hoping for the best and it just not happening. And I needed to take a break. So when I put in the offer on the tiny home, that was like back in July, and I told my realtor I needed a break, and we didn't start back up until November. So that is what this video is going to be about. We're getting closer to present day, but yeah, this video took place in November, and I still wasn't really ready to start looking for a home again. If you've seen other videos, you know that I started a new job, and that job started in October, and new job, new like setting, and I just wanted to like make sure that I was really confident and like solid in my new job and felt comfortable before I started this whole house journey process again. However, I was on Zillow, like I still stayed on Zillow, and I was just looking at different homes, and I saw this one home that had been on Zillow for like 30 days, and I was like, something's wrong with it. And as I saw it, my realtor actually reached out to me, and she was like, hey, how's it going? Do you think you want to start looking again? And I was like, well, actually, there is this one home. And after talking with her, I learned that it was owned by Zillow. And if you know anything about Zillow last year, Zillow actually, they had just been buying up a lot of homes, and they were buying them for more than they were worth, and then they would flip them, and then, they would renovate them and then immediately put it back on the market. And so that's what Zillow was doing, and they kind of like bit off more than they can chew, and they just bought like way too many homes at like way above what they were actually worth, and it caught up to them, and they couldn't sell these homes, and they were like in the negative, and it was, they were in the news a lot, so you can look it up if you want to. But that's the reason why this home was on the market for so long, because it was overpriced for what it was. But that meant maybe I could get it like for less than what it was listed for, and also like maybe it wouldn't be as competitive as other homes. So that's why I was still interested in going to look at it. So here I'll insert a clip of me viewing the home. So, as you can see, the home needs work. It needed a lot of work, actually. Like, it was livable. It was livable, but as far as like what I would want my home to look like, I would want to make a lot of renovations. I would want to rip out the carpet. I would want to update the kitchen. I would want to update the bathrooms. Like, it was just a lot of work, which I guess I'm not afraid of the work. I'm just afraid of like the money associated with that work, and if I could afford to make all the renovations. And then also like that roach. Like, I've never lived anywhere that had roaches. Like okay, so every place has bugs. Don't like that's true. Every place does have bugs, but like there's differences between like spiders and roaches. And so that like really threw me off. But the more I thought about it, I was like, well, this would be really cheap, and it was in an area that I have wanted to live in. And like I think it would be a really good like rental property in the future. So I just thought like, maybe I should, or maybe I should. Like, I just kept going back and forth. And again, like that thing with the roach, that like really threw me off. So I don't know, I was talking to my mom and she was like, just get pest control, like it'll be fine. And I was like, I don't know. But I kept thinking about it, and I went like back and forth, and the home was still on the market and no one had made an offer. And so I just kept going back and forth for about a week. And then after a week went by, I ultimately decided that I did want to move forward and I did want to make an offer. But so much time had passed since my initial home journey search that my pre-approval letter had expired. So I think I've said this before in other videos, but when you get pre-approved for whatever rate and whatever amount you're approved for, that like piece of paper is kind of like a license for you to go shopping for a home, but it doesn't last for forever. Typically it only lasts for 60 days. So I had first started my home journey process in like June, and now it was November. So I wasn't pre-approved anymore. So I had to go through the pre-approval process again, and that takes time. And I did take like a week to ultimately decide that I wanted to make an offer. So then I had to finally start the pre-approval process. In hindsight, I probably should have just started the pre-approval process when I started looking for homes again, but I didn't do that. So once I decided I wanted to make an offer, then I had to get pre-approved. And I felt like my lender was kind of slow on this. Like, my realtor had to chase behind them a lot. And by time I was pre-approved, the house was taken. So someone made an offer and they accepted. Zillow accepted. So the home was listed for $249,000 and it sold for $246,500. So it actually sold under, which kind of aligns with what I said earlier, that the home was overpriced. So yeah, someone else got that house. I was really kicking myself over it because I was like, oh, if I had been faster, then like that could have been me. Another thing that's appealing with Zillow is that you don't have to pay due diligence with them. Zillow is based out of California, and I guess they just don't do due diligence there, so I wouldn't have to do that. And remember, due diligence is a non-refundable amount of money, so the fact that I wouldn't have to pay due diligence was like a big motivator for me to make an offer. But yeah, so I missed out on that. Didn't even get the chance to make an offer because it was sold before I was pre-approved. But at least it's something to like keep in mind for the future, that hey, if you see another Zillow owned home, then you don't have to pay due diligence, which is good. But I was kind of like frustrated because it's like, oh, this is why I didn't want to start back again, because this is an emotional process. And like, again, I just started the new job, and it's hard to like start these new chapters in life all at the same time. Like, new job, new house. Like it's a lot to handle, which is why I didn't want to start it up again. However, I now have this pre-approval letter, so I'm gonna start looking at homes again. Even though I just said I don't want to, but I don't want to waste the fact that I got the pre-approval letter. So yeah, I'm gonna start looking at homes again. So look out for more videos of me going to look at homes. And yeah, they'll be coming out soon. So if you like this video, make sure you like the video, leave some comments down below, and make sure you're subscribed so that you can see more in the future. And I'll see you next time. Bye.